The chilling case of Karlie Guse began on the morning of October 13th, 2018, when her stepmother, Melissa, awoke to a terrifying discovery. The front door of their Mono County, California home was ajar, and 16-year-old Karlie was missing. Despite desperate searches, Karlie has not been seen since, seemingly vanishing into thin air. Karlie lived with her father, Zachary, her stepmother, Melissa, and two younger brothers. After her parents' divorce, Karlie chose to live with her dad, while her biological mother, Lindsay Fairley, resided in Nevada. Despite these changes, Karlie appeared to adapt well, described by many as a sweet and funny girl. However, in the days leading up to her disappearance, her behavior began to change dramatically. Friends noted that Karlie experienced episodes of paranoia, convinced she was being tracked through her phone. Despite these troubling signs, life seemed normal. On October 12th, 2018, Karlie asked to attend her high school's football game, but instead, she went to a party with her boyfriend Donald. That night, something disturbed Karlie deeply, causing her to panic. Around 8 p.m., Melissa called Karlie to offer a ride, but Karlie initially declined, saying Donald would take her home. However, Karlie soon called back, begging Melissa to pick her up, her fear palpable. Melissa rushed to get her and found Karlie in a state of panic, running toward the car with a pale, frightened demeanor. Once in the car, Karlie remained terrified, moving frantically and expressing fears that the car would harm her. Back home, her erratic behavior continued. She seemed scared, alternating between paranoia and expressing love for her parents. Melissa and Zachary tried to comfort her, but she couldn't articulate what was wrong. Melissa, concerned, decided to secretly record Karlie's behavior to show her the next day. The recordings revealed Karlie's deep anxiety, with her repeatedly saying she was scared, but didn't know why. Karlie asked Melissa to call 911 if necessary, but Melissa reassured her, trying to calm her throughout the night. Karlie's fear escalated. She refused to sleep, expressing strange fears about demons and thinking Melissa might harm her. Despite Melissa's reassurances, Karlie was inconsolable. At one point, she scribbled notes on a piece of paper for hours, though the contents remain unknown. Melissa texted Donald, asking him to pray for Karlie. This message, sent at 1:27 a.m., raised eyebrows among internet sleuths. As the night wore on, Karlie's paranoia intensified. Melissa stayed with her, trying to provide comfort. However, Melissa's account of the night's events later changed, fueling suspicion. Initially, she claimed she slept in her own room and checked on Karlie around 5:45 a.m., finding everything normal. But later, she said she had stayed beside Karlie all night. The last time she saw Karlie was around 5:45 a.m., awake in bed. By 7:30 a.m., Karlie was gone, the front door ajar, and a single fresh footprint on the driveway. The inconsistencies in Melissa's story raised many questions. Why had her account changed? Why had she not sought medical help for Karlie's alarming behavior? These unanswered questions have fueled speculation and suspicion around Karlie's disappearance. Despite extensive searches and investigations, Karlie's whereabouts remain unknown. Her case continues to baffle authorities and haunt her family. The eerie circumstances surrounding her disappearance and the bizarre events leading up to it leave a troubling mystery that remains unsolved. The case of Karlie Guse remains a haunting mystery, particularly due to the inconsistent details shared by her stepmother, Melissa Guse, one of the last people to see her. On the morning of October 13th, 2018, Melissa found their front door ajar and Karlie missing. Despite extensive searches, Karlie has not been found, and conflicting accounts have deepened suspicions. Initially, Melissa and her husband, Zachary, assumed Karlie had gone for a walk. They began driving around the neighborhood, searching for her. When their efforts proved fruitless, Zachary called Karlie's biological mother, Lindsay Fairley, to inform her that Karlie was missing. Lindsay found the call unsettling, particularly Zachary's use of the word gone. Shortly after, Zachary reported Karlie's disappearance to the Mono County Sheriff's Department. One alarming detail was that Karlie's phone was left at home, an unusual behavior for a teenager. This added to the growing concern. Donald, Karlie's boyfriend, rushed to her house upon hearing the news. He remembered seeing her phone by her bed, but Melissa claimed it had been on the kitchen island. This discrepancy fueled further confusion. The police investigation revealed that three credible witnesses saw a girl matching Karlie's description walking through the neighborhood early that morning. Two of the witnesses knew Karlie personally, making their testimonies particularly credible. The third witness, a woodworker, reported seeing a girl resembling Karlie near a barbed wire fence about a mile from her home. Witness accounts suggested Karlie was holding a piece of paper, possibly related to her counseling sessions. However, Melissa's inconsistent descriptions of Karlie's attire raised further suspicion. Initially, she reported Karlie was last seen wearing a white t-shirt and skinny jeans. Later, she changed her account, aligning with witness descriptions of gray sweatpants. On a podcast, Melissa offered yet another version, saying Karlie was in a t-shirt and undergarments, uncertain about the missing clothing. Despite numerous search efforts involving scent-tracking dogs and helicopters, Karlie remains missing. Her case gained national attention, sparking widespread interest and discussion. Social media groups formed to support the search for Karlie, but these communities eventually fractured. Two opposing camps emerged, each with different theories about her disappearance. One theory centers on Melissa, suggesting she may have mishandled Karlie's reaction to substances she had taken at a party, leading to an accidental death. According to this theory, Melissa allegedly covered up the incident. Supporters of this theory point to Melissa's changing story and her behavior in Facebook Live videos. Additionally, they highlight a suspicious claim that Melissa had work done on her car shortly after Karlie's disappearance. Melissa mentions driving her car over rough terrain, fueling speculation about a possible cover-up. In response to the scrutiny, Melissa has expressed frustration, insisting that people do not know the full extent of what she and her family are going through. Despite the theories and accusations, no concrete evidence has surfaced to conclusively explain what happened to Karlie. The conflicting narratives and persistent mystery continue to capture public attention, leaving Karlie's disappearance an unsolved and deeply troubling case. The disappearance of Karlie Guse remains a perplexing mystery, with many questions surrounding the events leading up to her vanishing. Critics have focused on the inconsistent details provided by her stepmother, Melissa Guse. Skeptics noted that Melissa rarely made public pleas for Karlie's return, raising questions about whether she knew something more. However, Melissa and her husband, Zachary, did speak at a press conference on October 11, 2019, appealing for help. A troubling element in the case comes from Karlie's biological mother, Lindsay Fairley. Lindsay claims to have heard an audio recording from the night before Karlie disappeared, allegedly ending with a scuffle. When Lindsay inquired about it, Melissa reportedly walked away without answering. Lindsay also recalled a disturbing comment from Zachary, who allegedly said, "At least you have an alibi, Lindsay. You're in Nevada," which fueled suspicions about Melissa's involvement. Online communities speculating about Karlie's disappearance have become deeply invested, with some members engaging in obsessive behavior. One theory suggests Melissa might have mishandled Karlie's reaction to substances she had taken, leading to an accidental death. This theory is supported by Melissa's changing accounts and her behavior in videos, which critics scrutinize for signs of guilt. However, others believe the inconsistencies in Melissa's story are overblown. They argue that Karlie's mental health struggles and erratic behavior could explain her disappearance. Reportedly, Karlie had contacted a distress hotline weeks before vanishing and was struggling with her relationship with her boyfriend Donald. The last text she sent to Donald mentioned that a substance she smoked might have been laced, which could explain her paranoia. Donald's statements have also come under scrutiny. Initially, he described a night where Karlie panicked and ran away. In a later Facebook post, Donald denied there was a party, claiming Karlie got scared while they were at his friend's house and then ran off. His inconsistent accounts have added to the confusion. Another theory suggests Karlie may have encountered a passerby on the nearby highway, a route frequently used by truck drivers. Police found what they believe were Karlie's footprints along the highway, but were unable to trace a clear path. Some fear she might have been picked up by someone with harmful intentions, given her vulnerable state and the remote area she was in. Despite extensive search efforts involving helicopters and scent dogs, no definitive clues have emerged. Karlie, just 5 feet 7 inches and weighing 115 pounds, could have been vulnerable to the harsh environment or foul play. It's also possible she wandered off to Serenado, disoriented and became lost in the surrounding desert terrain. The search for Karlie Guse continues, with family, friends, and the public holding on to hope for answers. As theories abound and debates persist, the mystery of her disappearance remains unsolved, keeping the nation's attention focused on finding any clue that might lead to her whereabouts.